everybody, welcome to episode 55 of the Intermission Podcast, the show where two film graduates discuss classic, iconic, and obscure films from times gone by. We're your hosts, Oscar W. Fitchett.
I am Robbie Tweedale, and I have a haircut that I'm not sure about.
Why are you not sure about it?
Bit long on the top, innit?
No.
It's got a bit of a midget gem vibe going on. I think what I don't like about not midget gem, is that what I'm talking about? Ice gem.
Ice gems. I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like
a midget gem. Is that a thing?
It's like a little squishy gummy thing. One of these. It's like imagine a wine gum, but it's just square for no particular reason.
I'm gonna say this. Right.
Yeah.
I typed in the word midget and I didn't get to gem fully yet.
Right.
And what's popped up on the search? We've got midget wrestling.
Okay.
Which I think the correct term is mini. I think that's the correct term. There's but then there's the third one is midget comedian, which I'm like,
okay,
all right. But then in between that is midget wrestling Stockton. So am I like?
All I'm saying is all based on your search algorithm, man. It's all based on what you're looking at.
Well, I look at wrestling.
Well,
and I look at and I do always double check because since my arc shifts aren't constant, like really constant, I'm always double check. Was like, and now I'm driving there. I'm always double checking like arc Stockton address. So I'm like, I'm checking that. So I think they probably like mixed it up in that regard. But yeah, no, I know what midget gem is. Yeah, I just looked at that.
It's good stuff, man. Tasty. But yeah, I don't know.
Gem?
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't like ice gems. They taste weird. But I think that I don't know. My issue with it is, it looks real thin on the top of my head.
Right.
It just accentuates that I've got nice little chubby cheeks. Do you know what I mean? It makes my face kind of do that, which I'm not a fan of. But
well,
but fuck it. I'm always gonna pick myself apart, aren't I?
That's what I mean. You picked yourself apart when you had voluminous hair.
Yeah.
And then
get some self-love queens.
Remember that period of time when you had longer hair than me?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was an interesting time.
I didn't like that. That photo outside of Titan House is
my birthday.
Yeah, it makes me really uncomfortable to look at. I really don't like it
because it looks like we face swapped each other. Is that what you say?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's just like I look at that photo and I'm like, Christ, it was so long.
Yeah, it
was crazy long. I've never had my hair that long before.
I mean, I didn't hate it on you, but also I think you also do. You look better with shorter hair, but I also don't look bad on you.
I liked it to a point, but it's like I liked it when I remembered to put products in it. But a lot of the time I couldn't be arsed, and then it was just kind of a weird because my hair's quite thick. Yeah, it was just kind of a weird sort of blob on my head. It don't. My hair doesn't grow down. It just grows like outwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, enough Robbie hair talk.
I was just gonna say my favorite look of you when you had that haircut was like during the last week of production 2 where you walked in like swimmer shorts.
Oh yeah, that was good.
A tight white top, long hair, and a mustache.
Yeah, but that was the whole bit. Was because we all had to wear masks in lessons.
Yeah,
I thought it'd be funny if I just had a mustache and nobody knew.
And then but then the thing is you didn't wear socks under your shoes, and we had to like take our shoes off for like walking around the studio floor. So you just looked like
I was like barefoot in my shorty shorts.
You look crazy.
I did look like a maniac. If you can find that photo and put that in, that'd be great.
I think Rhys has got that photo.
He'll have it somewhere.
But Rhys has got that.
And now I've embraced the tash as my regular look.
You've been growing, but it's not just been the sole tash lately, though, has it? Because you got a little bit of bump fluff there.
It's like a little bit of stubble.
Yeah,
so I don't mind. I like the stubble and the tash. That's what I'm liking at the moment.
I'm terrified of if I just decided just to get a mustache. Like
I would hate that. I think
if I just had a mustache,
it would freak me out.
Because I never used to have like quite like thick enough hair on my upper lip to do so that's why I was like, we'll just get the beard and that's what.
Yeah.
But one thing I've realised is like I do have actually quite like a dense mustache.
Yeah, you've got a pretty
like to the point of like when I'm trying to cut it, it's growing out as well. So I'm snipping like all around. Whereas it used to just be the bottom, but now I have to like snip like all the way. So then part of me is like, I have enough of a mustache to where it won't look like flimsy, but also I'm not confident in my jawline. for that
I
to
see what you're
happen.
saying. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
or like my neck, like bit. Like I use the example of like the beard, like gets rid of like a possibility of a double chin being a thing.
yeah,
So
I see
I'm
what you're
like,
saying.
because
Yeah.
because if I'm like this, I know I've got a double chin right there.
Yeah, but everyone would have a double chin like this.
No, but I don't know. But you know what I mean? It's like little things like that where it's like, I feel it's, like, if you get like a photo of yourself, if someone takes a picture, then then they upload it, but it's just like a really candid photo, and then you didn't mean to like look a certain way, but it's like a fact like you turned or you were just sat a certain way, and then you go like, oh fuck, I
look awful.
Yeah, like so I get enough of those anyway, where like I see like Tyler tags me in something, and I'm like, fuck, I've got a gut. He's got me looking fat.
He does that shit all the time. I fucking hate that guy.
And then I'm like, but I feel like if I just had a mustache, there'll be too many instances where like I'll get a photo taken of me and I'll go like, why have I just got a mustache? Why did that happen? But also I know my beard grows. I've learned my beard does grow quite fast, so I feel like it wouldn't be too long for an instance where like I could have just the mustache, then grow it. Maybe for November. I might do that, because then people might be like, well, that looks odd. It's like, well, no shit.
Well, it's November, isn't it?
But then I'll just leave it till December and then just grow, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
I get you.
Might try that.
Yeah, I'd see that.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll try. Another thing I was going to say was I'm considering changing the opening phrasing.
Whoa.
Again. Because obviously the original phrasing was like, show where two film students discuss classical.
Oh yeah, now it's two film graduates.
Film graduates. I feel like if we keep saying film graduates now, it's like, because we're no longer the newest graduates.
Oh yeah, shit.
So I feel like it would be just a bit more fair if we just go, we're two filmmakers discuss classic iconic films, because we are those things.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Or just two guys.
Doesn't necessarily have quite a ring to it, though.
Just two dudes being bros.
Because there's not enough of those, is there? There's not enough podcasts out there, is there? We're just two mates.
There's not enough. There's not enough podcasts of two guys. That's my thoughts.
Two white blokes.
Two white guys.
Two white guys. Yeah. I say predominantly straight, because who knows with you. And then
could go either way, man.
Hey, all I'm saying is the Harrison Ford comment last week was, that was.
But I've got more this week. He went topless in the last one.
Oh God!
Holy shit!
But what I'm saying is, imagine that, but just like two like mostly straight white blokes. It's like, now we're going to talk about the Barbie movie. There's not enough of that, is there?
Yeah, no, that's a good point actually. There's not enough. I saw it again, by the way. Went to see it again this weekend. Yeah.
Opinions stayed the same?
Exactly the same.
Yeah. I saw Oppenheimer again.
My sister annoyed me. Oh, yeah, you went to see it in
IMAX.
In IMAX, yeah. How was that?
Yeah. My seat shook loads.
Big chin?
Well, I didn't get that close.
Oh, okay, good.
So, but I went with my mum, and it was the first time she's seen it, and then we walked out. I went, what did you think of that? And she went, I felt like I was on one of those like rides in Disney because of just the seat shook.
Jesus.
And then we're like halfway down the road. And I'm like, no, but what did you actually think of the film?
Did it shake on purpose?
No, it's because of how loud the film is. So it's just
God.
the audio, like it's you feel the seat like vibrate so many
times. That's too much.
Hey, I'd leave there. I felt my heart pumping for not only because of the way the film, it's tense, but also like I'm literally my rib cage is shaking right now.
Yeah.
Cheers,
and you had those anal beads in.
And that classic thing. I gave the remote control to a random usher on my way in. Oh, you keep all that, mate.
Yeah, he just plugged it into the video monitor. Anytime the audio levels went up.
Jesus Christ! The Oppenheimer anal bead game. That's
oh my God.
The Chris Nolan anal bead roulette. You just spin the wheel and goes, which Chris Nolan film is it going to be now on the decibel meter? You got lucky. It's Memento.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
That's not loud. That's not like, like me.
Yeah, you got really lucky. We plugged it into the dialogue input and it's fucking Tenet. That guy's furious. If you're into that kind of thing, you're like 5 minutes in, you're like, this is shit.
Damn it!
God fucking damn it!
What was the point?
I'm gonna have to jerk myself up.
So we had not even 20 minutes in.
It's not even physically possible.
Want to jack yourself off? What are we doing? Let's
Well,
start.
no, you can. I've got a joke about that.
What about jacking yourself off?
Yeah, do you want to hear a joke about it?
Yeah, go on.
I went to my doctor and he said, you've got to stop masturbating, man. I said, right. Oh, why? He said, well, because I'm trying to do an examination.
That was a good one.
It's pretty good.
I laid the one. I'm not sure if you know it. You might do. But I laid the one on my mum and my dad when we were on holiday.
You're sorry.
The joke. It's a joke.
Okay.
I laid this joke. Let me preface. And I went.
Okay. Yes.
Because you do slightly daddish jokes, and
I love them.
That was like a dad joke, but like a crude dad joke. That one.
Yeah.
But like I did one where I was like, but obviously this was a good one in the sense of like I didn't start phrasing it as a joke. Like, do you want to hear a joke? I just went, oh, did you hear about that actress that died, Rhys, or like who got murdered? Rhys, and then my mum with a spoon. I went, nah, with a knife.
That's good.
Mum rolled her eyes. My dad had a good chuckle about it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. That's very good.
It's the most proud he's ever looked at me. To be perfectly honest. I've got a Tees Valley Award.
I've got one more joke that we can continue with the day. If you want. Did you hear about the cross-eyed circumciser?
No.
Wasn't long before he got the sack.
Nice.
Anyway, on with the show, everybody.
What did your sister annoy you at with Barbie?
Oh, because she kept saying stuff. So my sister has a thing, right? She's one of them people that she loves making a joke whilst we're watching a movie, and it's fine when we're watching a movie at home. It's funny and I enjoy myself and we have a little bit of banter and that. But then she thinks she can do that in the cinema. When my brain's going, shut the fuck up.
Just watch the fucking film. Yeah.
And she does this thing. She'll be listening to this, by the way, so that's good. She does listen to these, so I am.
I know she commented on the Barbenheimer.
She does this thing which I find really funny, where she she leans in. You know, like if you are gonna say something to someone in a cinema, you lean in and you whisper it in their ear.
Yeah.
So she'll lean right in, and then just talk at normal volume every fucking time.
Defeats the purpose.
I don't think she realizes she's doing it, but she'll be over here. She'll lean right in and go, "Did you know Ryan Gosling improvised that line? I saw about it on TikTok." And you're like, fuck off, shut up. But that was the other thing that annoyed me, which I think is just a general thing that's annoying me with Barbie. Where people like it too much. No, everyone can enjoy it and that's fine. But it's when she was quoting along with stuff. And she did it like 4 or 5 times where she was quoting along with the film. And I was thinking, like, you haven't seen this. This is the first time we've seen this movie.
But it's because it's just TikTok.
I leant into it and was like, like a normal human. What? How are you quoting along with this? Like, how do you know what the lines are? And she's like, she leans in and goes, "Oh, I've just seen them all on TikTok." I'm like, well,
I don't.
Well, that fucking ruins it, doesn't it? It's like you go in like, I already know this is gonna be amazing because I've seen it on TikTok.
Oh no,
Fuck off.
That's the death of cinema. It's not the Marvel films, Marty. You should be talking about TikTok. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, enough slander for my sister. I'll see her this weekend and she'll be furious.
Before we get in with it, usual spiel. Links in the description. Instagram, Letterboxd, all that jazz. Chapters, time codes in the description as well.
More importantly,
as always, and stuff. Again, as I always say, if you or anyone are in a bit of a stumper, there is links in the description. Not just in the UK, but international as well. So check them out if anyone is in a certain place. But also, just in general, just keep your just also nice little moment. Just want to say, just keep your mental health in check. Just want to say, there's no exact answer to how you do that. It's all how you feel like you need to do that. So don't want to come here being like, this is what you need to do, because
we don't know shit.
I don't fucking know shit. I mean,
I'm figuring it out.
I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat with a lot of you, so it's
figuring it out as we go.
We're all in this together, as one Troy Bolton said.
Oh yeah, man.
I don't know, but yeah.
Did he sing that one? Oh, they
I
all
think it was
sang that one. It's like an
they all
ensemble
sang
piece
it,
at the end.
it
Yeah,
was-
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Not to bring you up on High School Musical technicalities, but
Before we do get on to talk about this film, I wanna like just like throw in because we did. Obviously, we haven't. We've been very debatable of like whether we should be reading Letterboxd reviews, and I thought like, and then like as soon as we started recording last week, we were like, we should have read one from Raiders.
we should have done really.
I just want to go through that now. Actually, the Raiders.
Yeah.
No, not all of them, but first time I'm looking at them as well, so we'll see what there is. They're actually all not that. I had to double check this. That I was on the right Indiana Jones film as well, because a lot of them are like, I don't remember that one being that. But half a star, this is for Raiders, half a star, so racist and misogynist, Jesus fucking Christ. Was it racist?
I don't remember it being racist.
Yeah, I don't know. Half a star, I don't fucking know. I slept through it, prob not that good, to be honest.
That's the kind of person that I just want to rip their face off.
Half a star. Dude, don't raid. This isn't Twitch.
Jesus Christ.
We got half a star. Too much racism. Too little good acting.
I mean, incorrect. I don't know.
We got half a star. I did not like this at all. Too dated for me.
Yeah, fucking scum. That's like, did I tell you about that guy at work who has that thing about he doesn't watch any movie that came out before he was born?
Is this the thing? Was this the same work colleague that commented on the thing last week about it?
Yeah, he's got a weird rule where he's like, I don't watch anything that came out before I was born. And I'm like,
when was he born?
He's like 28 or something.
Oh, so my age.
Or like, no, maybe he's older than you. It's like 30 something.
All right.
But still, he's like, he wouldn't watch this.
Yeah,
because it's older than him.
Film. Yeah.
No, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's the point? I don't know.
What's wrong with you, man?
There's a half a star. This is the rain I would give this movie on opposite day. Hey, there you go.
I love this guy.
Funny enough, that this person's called Leo, so that does feel like
yeah. Now I want to kiss him.
no, I won't even. And the last one before I'll get into, I just want, and the last one being half a star. A great movie if you were a shit eater.
I don't eat shit. I don't. Stop with the rumors
Robbie,
and reports.
I'm just saying.
I've never eaten shit. And to anyone from the St. Mary's College A-level law class that I was in for a year, I also haven't licked piss off the floor. All right?
I'm not going to even address that. So...
I don't want to go into that.
That's not. So, we'll get into this week's film. Obviously, if you're watching, we're ending this season off on a trilogy. Trilogy being the Indiana Jones trilogy. Last week we talked about the first one, which was Raiders of the Lost Ark. This week we're talking about the second one, which is the 1984 action adventure film Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. The film was directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Willard Huyck and Gloria Katz. The writing team behind such things as American Graffiti and Howard the Duck. It's based on story by George Lucas. It also stars, and it stars Harrison Ford as the titular character, Kate Capshaw, Amrish Puri, Roshan Seth, Philip Stone, and introducing Ke Huy Quan, an intermission flavor. The plot synopsis of the film, according to IMDb, is in 1935, Indiana Jones is tasked by Indian villagers with reclaiming a rock stolen from them by a secret cult beneath the catacombs of an ancient palace. Accolades the film holds. It has a 77% on the tomato meter and an audience score of 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. Holds a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb and 3.6 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. Other accolades it holds. It was nominated for 7 Saturn Awards, including Best Makeup, Best Costumes, Best Writing for Huyck and Katz, Best Director for Spielberg, Best Performance by a Younger Actor for Ke Huy Quan, Best Actor for Harrison Ford, and Best Fantasy Film. It was nominated for 4 BAFTAs, including Best Sound, Best Editing for Michael Kahn, Best Cinematography for Douglas Slocum, and won 1 BAFTA Award for Best Special Visual Effects. And it was nominated for 2 Academy Awards for Best Original Score for John Williams, and won 1 Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. So, yeah, this is the second Indiana Jones film to ever come out.
Hell yeah.
But it's a prequel. It's what, a year before, I think it is. Is it a year before? 1935. I think Raiders was 36.
No, because there was going on in Raiders.
The one starts off,
yeah, I think it's like 4 years before.
Right. Okay. So either way, but it's before Raiders. This one.
Yeah, it's
before Raiders. It's a prequel. This is as if you watched last week's episode with Raiders, I'm not someone who's hugely attached to the Indiana Jones franchise. I first watched the Indiana Jones film a bit over a decade ago when I was 17 and getting into films and whatnot. So I thought, well, maybe I should watch these Indiana Jones pictures since they're so well known and iconic and all that jazz. And I think I watched Temple of Doom again around about the similar time. I didn't binge the Indiana Jones film, so I watched this. I don't know. I think within the same year, but like I don't know, like a few months later or something. Yeah, Robbie, your thing with Temple of Doom.
Yeah, so like as I was saying last week, these are some of my favorite movies ever. Very much got me into movies. A lot of these, I had all the Indiana Jones shit. We've been over this, all right? We know this. But what I will say about this one is, as a child, this was never my favorite one.
Right.
But on a rewatch, right, I don't know if it's because with it not being my favorite when I was a kid, I've seen it less.
Yeah,
on a rewatch for this is a fucking great time. Holy shit, how much fun is this? I mean, there's things in it. We'll get to some weird shit going on, Did you know the big guy that he fights at the end?
Yeah.
Did you recognize him?
No.
He's the big guy from the first movie that he fought in front of the plane.
But they just made him up.
You wouldn't recognize him because he's in blackface.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's stuff like that in this movie. Not good, obviously. But overall, as a little romp, I liked it. I liked that it was. I liked how it was way more small scale. Felt way more dialed back. It's also way darker.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's way funnier.
Yeah,
there's some weird like goofball comedy shit going on in this. And yeah, so overall, I had a great time. What a fucking romp.
Yeah, this being my second time I've ever seen this film. Again, as I said, these were never like films I watch constantly. Excuse me. And again, I like it. It's good. It's one of these ones where it's like, yeah, that was definitely a film that I enjoyed enough. is also the best way to describe it. I didn't. Again, we will delve more into it and whatnot. But I also didn't necessarily. There's things that I've walked away from this film being like, right. Again, I got me notes and I've got like, right, okay, this is a pointer that I need. Right, okay, this is definitely a definitive thought in my head about this film. But also, I do remember when I did first watch this, again, not attached to these at all. When I first watched this, I do remember thinking to myself, I liked Temple more than I liked Raiders when I first watched these films.
You're a fucking maniac.
But also, I didn't love either of them. But also, now I've watched but now on a rewatch, at the minute, as soon as the credits start rolling, I was like, I feel about equal with both of them to me. But now, as we're away from it, and I'm also seeing myself, I might like this a little bit less than Raiders, and obviously I don't want to like make this more of a comparison episode, but I am also just saying like I like this a little bit less than Raiders, but more so already less is sticking in my head from this film than Raiders ever did, if I'm being perfectly honest. And it's to me, there's a reason why Raiders is the big iconic Indiana Jones film, and Temple of Doom is kind of the middle child with the original trilogy. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad film, but we'll get The Last Crusade as well next week, and I'll see what my feelings are about that one.
Hell yeah.
again, as I remember Last Crusade being my favorite. But
It's so good.
But
Yeah,
Temple,
I'm so excited.
but yeah, Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's literally
I want to go through your notes.
Okay.
So I can systematically pick apart your whole shit. That's my plan. That's what I enjoy doing with these episodes. I like you making a point that's just your opinion and me going, you're wrong.
Yeah, it's fun that.
It's great.
Fun, in comparison to where you make a point about one of my favorites that you don't like, and I just laugh. I go like, well, we all have our views. Like, well, personally for me, I can understand you don't like that, but personally for me, and then meanwhile, I don't go, one of your favorite films is shit. I don't look at you and go, Raiders of the Lost Ark shit. I go, yeah, I like it fine. And it's whatever. And you go, you need to get better taste. You suck.
I've never said one of your favorite movies was shit. I don't believe.
Hero. You really didn't like that one?
That's not one of your favorite movies.
Oh my god.
Get out of town.
What are you classifying? Are you thinking like 12 Angry Men, Seven Samurai?
Yeah. I'm saying like your favorite movies.
The Apartment.
Yeah,
I like that one. I have a lot of favorite movies, Robbie. You know what I mean? I have a lot of favorites.
Kill your babies, man. Pick 5. Tops.
Well, I can pick 5. It's 12 Angry Men. It's Her. Yeah. It's Seven Samurai. It's the Before trilogy, and it's A Wonderful Life.
That's not allowed. You can't have 3 in there.
All right, Before Sunrise. I'll take the other 2. It's Before Sunrise, and then It's a Wonderful Life.
I like all those movies.
Okay, what's
it's not as good? It's not as good as Raiders.
My notes for Temple of Doom. I'll read them off as I've written. These were a lot more casual. I didn't have any specific. I didn't have like any analytical points, if I'm being perfectly honest, when writing these. Yeah. But the first note I wrote when I wrote the notes, I put Temple of Doom notes, and then the first note I did was get rid of Willie. That was the first.
You
note.
Fucking leave Willie alone.
And then right below that was give me more short round. Like, Willie, get the fuck out of me. I want more of this. I want more little Ki Kwan. Even taking away the fact that I just love Ki Kwan now. Just short round in this film. What a little cutie pie charmer.
He's great. I love him.
I love
from the minute I see him.
Yeah, love him.
There's little blocks on his shoes to do with the driving.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man.
Again, I'll just read through the notes, and then we can then start breaking the film down. I got that opening slap so hard.
It's so good.
There was one scene where I went, "Wow, all these crossfades. Robbie must despise this film."
When was that?
There was like a sequence where it crossfade. It was like Indiana Jones, and it crossfaded to like a fucking like mountainscape, and then it crossfaded again to another bit of them riding camels. I don't know, but like,
it's fine.
Just a bit of funny bit. I put not as much action scenes, sad face. And then right below that, I appreciate all the practical sets though.
Yeah, man.
And then right below that, I love the indie short round relationship.
Oh, so good.
And then the last note I got here on the film, again, I got more thoughts, but this was the last written piece that I wrote down on this. I really like the climax of Indy narrowing, dodging death every time.
Yeah.
I like that a little bit better than I liked Raiders, because the Raiders finale was a bit more like he got caught, he just tied up, and then the ghosts just take care of it. Whereas like this ending's like he's in a fucking cart and he's flying over, then they break through, then they have to dodge the shit fucking like tunnel or whatever it is. It looks like it's just shit flying out of there.
Much shit everywhere.
I'm expecting Andy Dufresne to fly out of that fucking hole, if I'm being perfectly honest. And then it's like that. It's like, oh, okay. And then they fall, and then they're on the bridge. It's like, no, this is all sorts of shit. This is class. This is all sorts of like Tom Cruise Mission Impossible foolery type of thing. This came first. But yeah, so that so what do you want to say about all that?
Right. What I will say is, we'll begin with our conversation about Willie. Let's talk about Willies.
Lads.
Just a couple of boys talk about Willies. Yeah, I mean, okay. I think one of the biggest things in this movie, apart from all the downright offensive things, is
the version. I don't know about because I don't know where you watched what version.
I watched this on Disney Plus.
Okay, well, I watched it on Now TV, so I don't know like what the version, what it starts with you, if anything, if it starts with anything for you, but what the film before the film opens and starts, the film has a little thing at the beginning that says this film includes outdated attitudes, language, and/or cultural depictions that viewers may find inconsistent with contemporary values. Sky has chosen to present this content as it was originally made, and viewer discretion is advised. Which I just found so funny.
But it's weird to me that doesn't happen on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
because I didn't get that at all, which is strange because Disney Plus is very thingy on that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they covered up that mermaid's butt?
Oh yeah.
In Splash.
Well, they're more that's more censoring. That's like they're like
yeah.
Sky's like we're showing its original form, just so you know, this is how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But so Willie. I think a lot of the complaints about this movie come from Willie, and I will go as far as to say I am a Willie apologist. You know, I like her. She's funny. All right. I enjoy them three as a trio. I think them as a trio is good fun.
Right.
Obviously, she sucks as a human. Right. You know, we know this. Yeah. But I think that their dynamic is funny. She's very funny and charismatic in the role. I think people giving her shit is doing a disservice to what she's doing. Because that's how the character's written. And she's doing a great job of it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look at like you, Hyuk and Katz, for writing this bullshit.
I just think it's not bullshit. I think she's, you go from, if they're making it a thing, which they do until they start not doing it because they forgot what these movies were.
They're doing Indiana Jones girls like they were doing
it's like a Bond girl
girls.
thing. That's the whole gist of it. Is that every movie there's a different girl. And if you
don't hate the idea of it, I don't hate the idea of it.
But if you're gonna do that in a second movie, set before the first movie, you do you want to do something that's totally different. You go the complete opposite direction. So you got Marion in the first one, who is capable, heavy drinker, fucking shouts at people, don't stand for no shit.
She could be more
And then in
capable.
the next... Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. Alright, save it for last week. Okay?
Said all I needed to say last week.
And so in the second one, you get a fucking... She's a starlet. She's had everything handed to her. And she's a fucking like, everything's awful and I should be living this pampered lifestyle or whatever.
Right,
Give me some grapes, she says.
Right, we'll see what goes on with Last Crusade. But at the end of this one, I was like literally thinking to myself, I was like, right, I get the point of doing love interest shit in your action films. I get it. I like me some Bond films.
You like some bondage?
I nearly did a little. I nearly tried to do a little funny, but then I realized I was like, I'm gonna make it sound like I'm omitting something there.
Yeah, this is becoming a very sexually charged episode. I don't know what's going on.
But I like a little bit. I like a little Bond, with I mean, I like some Bond girls. that's another thing. That's another thing entirely. But and all that jazz. But also, oh man, my reason for my thing with this is like one thing I realized that I feel like I would, again, as a personal enjoyment opinion of it at the minute with the two Indiana Jones films we done, the pace would be a lot more better. And I might be a lot more invested with the storyline if we just didn't have any of these fucking romance.
Oh, it's great,
because
man.
it slows it all down, mate.
That whole sequence, the whole sequence where they think they're gonna fuck each other, is great.
Do you know what would be better?
It's so funny.
Do you know what
would make that well done?
Do you know what would make that scene better?
What?
If Willie was good.
What's wrong with Willie, man?
Right. Okay. Here we going. Right. Here's some things. Right.
What's wrong? What's your fucking beef?
Right. And I'll say it now. Yes, when I first watched the film all that time ago, I don't remember having that much of an issue with Willie. So my thing with Temple of Doom was never been fuck Willie or anything like that. I was like, All right.
Sorry.
So I was always never like a person who was like, yeah, she sucks, whatever. In my head, I'm like, yeah, she's goofy, whatever. The film's goofy. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It's like, and I get that. But in me, there's a certain limit, and Willie exceeds the limit.
Why?
First of all, the film starts, and I'm like, okay, yeah, opening's banging.
The opening is so good.
Great.
We'll do a whole section on that in a bit.
Yeah, okay.
I want to talk about that at length.
Yes, opening's great. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to talk about that in length. But okay, we get introduced to Willie. Instantly, I'm like, you're annoying. You're doing me head in already. And then I'm like, and then they escape that. They escape with Short Round. I'm like, why is she still? Why is she still here? Why is she still tagging along? Why is Indy still being like, you know what? We need this one. Why? In that regard,
they don't.
Why? Get rid of her. Fucking get rid of her. She's going to slow the whole thing down.
Well, they're rushing. They're rushing to get on a plane, man.
They're American, first of all. Well, he's American, Short Round's Charlie, so, you know.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
We're not getting to Kingdom of Crystal Skull, so we're not talking about Russians.
Fucking hell. Well, they're going to the plane. She happens to get into the car with him because he needs her for the antidote, because she's got the antidote on her.
Then dump her out after that. You're getting out of the plane, dump her out.
They're going at great speed. She could fucking die.
Right, they stop. They're not jumping. They're not doing a fucking Fast and Furious by jumping from one vehicle to another. They stop, they park, and they go in the plane. Fucking right. Cheers.
They stop.
Cheers
No, sorry,
love.
I'll interrupt you.
Off you go.
They stop, they park, they meet Dan Aykroyd, and then they get on the plane.
Cheers. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for
is your connection going?
Right, you stop for a bit. You're fine now, I think. Fuck.
I'm struggling with you right now. Sup, bitch.
Am I okay right now?
You're okay right now, yes.
Okay. Right. So, where was that? Oh yeah. So, Coach just got rid of her. They parked up. They talked to Dan Aykroyd. Cheers for your help, love. Off you go. Fuck off. Don't need you. What's the point? It's not like we're marrying, where there was like at least a thing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What reason does he have for grabbing her? Okay.
I don't know. Who fucking cares, man? Like you say, it's a goofy movie. Do you know what? Who fucking cares?
But you know why I care? Because she's so annoying to the point of where
she's
not
that
it's not part
annoying.
of the bit. Oh, mate, I want it. I'm done. I'm done with it by the time she's screaming at everything. I'm like, fuck off. I get it. I get the bit. I understand the bit.
Yeah.
I'm not thick to the bit, but also I don't find the bit funny. So by that result, get out of here. I also don't feel like her and Indy at all had anything together. So it's a point of where I'm like, I can at least get why him and Marion get together. I get that.
Yeah.
I can feel a little bit of something there. I don't feel anything there. So it gets to the point of where they're like, well, I'll fuck you. Well, I'll fuck you. Well, I'm going to go back my room. All right, you'll be back 5 minutes. No, I won't. I'm like, go to bed. I don't care.
It's great charming shit, man.
Both of those two shouldn't be together. They shouldn't be.
And they're not together. We've seen them 5 years in the future. She's never mentioned again.
No. So then I'm wasting my time with this film then, Robbie, is what you're telling me.
Well,
I'm wasting my time with that relationship with the film. I'm here for the fun little adventure where they're going to be fighting like...
Well, it's like saying...
Where they're fighting like a cult or whatever. Get out of here!
It's like saying there's no point... I mean, bad example, I guess, but it's like saying there's no point in the Star Wars prequels. Because I know Qui-Gon's not in the original trilogy, so I know he dies.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
Yeah, I know that was a bad example, all right? I'm just saying.
Wow, Phantom Menace being pointless to the franchise. Wow, what a statement.
Yeah, you know what? So it was a bad example to pull. I can't think of any more fucking prequels off the top of my head now because you fucked me.
Do you know why? Because none of them do it like this shit. Rogue One, what's the point? I know they die. Fuck off. Are you going to tell me any more? No? All right. But my point being, there's nothing about this that's likable about Willie. Which I get it if she was a little side character that's gone within the first act. She's in this for the full film, and if you don't like her, and if you God hope you find her a little bit charming, because if you don't, it can get insufferable at times.
She's funny, man. She's funny and charming.
a lot of things I've realized. There's a lot of things I've realized between me and you, Robbie. We're very like either we're extremely something. We're two ends of the extreme. Either we laugh at the most niche of things and we find the most niche of things funny, or we have the complete opposite sense of humor. Because I didn't laugh. There's nothing funny about her in this film.
Yes, there is.
Absolutely nothing.
That whole sequence of like you'll be back in 5 minutes and then they're in their rooms and it's a fun scene. It's a big
fun scene that would have been better without her.
What, Indiana Jones talking like a maniac to nobody, saying "I'm gonna fuck you in 5 minutes."
I mean, that's funny. That's a funny.
Yeah, that's better. That's better, isn't it? It's better if Harrison Ford goes and just talks to no one, or if he goes in and talks to the little Asian boy that he's brought along.
Hey, I would like more. I don't want to fuck the little Asian boy he's brought along with him, but I want to chat with the little Asian boy. Yeah, he's brought along with him. You know, I
disagree.
There's a loving little like parental bond there, and I'm like, oh, that's cute, that's nice. You know, they're playing cards, that's cool.
But
little shit's cheating, and it's like that's fun and charming, and like.
Really but he's rubbing off the wrong, the wrong skills onto this kid.
He's doing what?
He's giving this kid the wrong experience. There's a harrowing shot in this. I don't know if you remember this. You know that shot. You know that shot where it's like Indy beating up the big guy that he's fighting, and it pans over and you see Short Round beating up the little kid that he's fighting, but they're punching in sync because he's learned from Indy. It's harrowing. It's going, oh god, you fucked up this kid's life.
That's all right.
They're fighting in the exact same way, and it's like, oh god, Indiana Jones taught him everything, and now his life's fucked. Now his life's in the fucking bin. Where did he go? I don't know. We never see him again.
We do never see him.
What happened to Short Round? Is he in prison? Probably.
God. You know, like the opening of like. You know, like, was it? It's one of the Fast and Furious, isn't it? Where it's like the Rock's like just fucking just like.
Oh yeah, just jacking it.
Yeah, it's just there's just like there's like a Short Round spin-off of just like him. Just
oh my god, I'd love that.
Oh, you haven't seen it, but like there's a moment in the Raid 2 where like the main guy's like in a prison cell and there's a chalk outline on like the wall and he's going. So it's just that, but with like key.
I'd love to see a movie that starts with like a horrible prison, like the one in the beginning of Batman Begins, and there's like a guy with big long hair and a big beard or whatever, and you can't see who it is, it's all obscured or whatever for like the first 5 minutes. Then he goes to get his breakfast gruel, and someone starts on him like in Batman Begins, and he fucking beats him up, and then it's Short Round.
Hey, you know what? I wouldn't hate it.
Holy shit!
You know, I would be more excited for a Short Round spin-off now. And if I got Indiana Jones 6,
yeah,
no, thank you.
I'd lose my goddamn mind.
Yeah, but my point being, as well, like I just there's two relationships I can care about.
Yeah,
and I don't care about one, and I care about one loads more, and I don't get enough of the other one that I care about compared to the one that I don't give a fuck about.
You get enough of it. You get enough of Short Round and Indy. I like that he calls him Shorty all the time. It sounds like he's going, hey, Shorty, get over here.
There's a point where he calls him Mr. Round, which I...
That's pretty good.
Well, that's fun. Well, I want to see what I mean. I wanted more of that. I wanted more of his this dynamic duo. I wanted a scene of like of fucking like Harrison Ford like riding a little motorbike sidecar, Short Rounds gunning with an AK. You know, that'll be fun.
That's the thing. I think you get enough of the implied, the implication that they've had a lot of adventures together.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is what happened in those 4 years? Why wasn't he in Raiders? Where'd he go?
I think he died in the war.
No.
I think he died.
No.
I think he's dead.
No.
He's probably not dead. He's probably fine. I don't know. He's like, I love like his little action scenes that he gets.
Yeah.
He's great when he's like, I love that bit where he climbs up that ladder and that guy's going after him and he fucking jumps the ladder to the other side and like lands on that rope or whatever.
Is that what towards the end of it? Like when we're like in the
temple? It's in the temple, yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's where all the slave kids are.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh god, it's good stuff. I love it.
Yeah, again, just I don't know.
And that bit where he's getting whipped, and Indy's like leave him alone,
brutal.
you bastards, or whatever. I'm like, fucking leave the kid alone. I just want to give him a hug.
Remember when he backhanded him? And then like, when he was like, I was like, oh, sad.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, Indy, I love you. Oh, he's got tears in his eyes. It's,
oh, my God.
Burns him,
Yeah.
then he's back to it. It's like,
Yeah.
And then he does the. Honestly, Harrison Ford grabbing him and goes like, I'm all right, kid. Gives him a wink. I'm like,
Yeah.
you
It's
know
so
what?
good.
You know, like that one moment. I'm like, you know what? I get the Indiana Jones thing. You know what?
Yeah.
I get the love. I get the love for this character in that one moment.
I love that Harrison Ford in this because it's a very good performance of a younger Indiana Jones, in the sense that he is different to how he is in Raiders.
Yeah.
He hasn't learned any lessons yet. He's just a prick. he's a real piece of shit in this movie. Indiana Jones is a real dick. He's like talking about fortune and glory all the time, or whatever.
I think I like him more in this than I do Raiders.
Yeah.
Is that blasphemous?
No, that's fine. He's like he's a grubby little knobhead in this film.
Yeah, you know.
But he learns a lesson. And he's all like,
yeah,
maybe it's not all about fortune and glory.
yeah.
Maybe I should whip this woman, or whatever. Whatever he does at the end. Like, yeah, he does. He fucking does the whip around her waist.
Oh, yes.
She's walking around and he's like, shh, or whatever.
One note I was going to put in, I was like, maybe that's what maybe that's what Robin should have done with Sean at the end of Story of Love.
Maybe.
Just pulled up an actual space whipping.
Like a laser whip.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think I know that you don't like Willie. We've been over this, but like, I like them as a trio. I find it funny. I think it balances very well two competent people and this fucking screaming lunatic.
I like the idea of that trio.
I like it a lot. I think the chemistry's there. I think the fun character dynamics and the fun character moments between them all are there. Like Short Round telling Willie to shut up is great. It's like there's a fucking kid getting on with it, and you're here freaking out.
I think it literally is. It's the thing where it's like, I don't think Kate Capshaw's bad in the film. It's not like a Godfather 3 situation, you know what I mean? Where it's like, God, Sophia Coppola's really saying that line with no conviction.
Yeah,
Whereas like, I don't think Kate Capshaw's doing a bad job playing Willie. I just don't like Willie as a character written. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't like.
No,
and it's like things where it's like it gets to the point, where it's just like, it's like, I think that, I mean, to be fair, there's little granted things in the sense like, yes, she's getting on everyone's nerves as well. It's like there's a moment where just Indy's going like, shut up. Like where it's like, I think when they're climbing, I can't remember. There's some instance where like I just start laughing because like Harrison Ford just has this just such anger in his voice where it's like he's trying to fight off shit, but he's like, just shut up. I've got a lot more things to worry about than you're fucking. I'm like, yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
So that's but you know what I mean. But that's like, she's like that all the way through the film. It's not like we get to the end of the first act and she's like, yeah, maybe I'll be a bit more whatever. It's like she's just constantly like this. I don't ever want them to be getting together like within the film because I'm like, there's no chemistry here. What are you on about? What are you on about?
Okay.
What is this bullshit? That's like a thing where it's like that's very like old school movie serial in the sense like no matter how we have it, the bloke needs to get with the lass. No matter what, and that is a tropey thing, and that's the thing where it's like, well, the film's based off things tropey. The films are kind of tropey in that regard anyway, as well. You know what I mean?
They're supposed to be like pulpy and,
Yeah, which I get it. It's just that shit don't fuck with me. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean? It's just that thing with it.
I like one of the bits in that scene where they're like, you'll be back in 5 minutes or whatever. I love the blocking in that bit when Indy comes back in. And he's walking around the bed, and he's on like the left side of the frame, and she fucking does the curtains across in the bed, and then she's there, and then he walks around the other side of the bed, and he's obscured by the curtain on the other side of the bed, and she whips that open, and he's just like perfectly in frame with that.
Yeah,
it's such good fucking direction and camera movement and actor placement and stuff. It's just chef's kiss.
Yeah, I mean, Spielberg is, as we said before, Spielberg he's good at the bump and the shade, bump and the lamp. Where it's like it's stuff that's not really flashy or apparent, but if it wasn't there, it would kind of be like, well, that's lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the same type of thing where it's like you're a good editor if no one comments on your edit.
Yeah,
you're doing good with the sound if no one notices the sound.
Yeah.
And I guess with that regard, you've done good directing if no one's noticing you directing.
Yeah.
I think there's examples of you can do showy directing that's also really good, but I also think you could do really good directing without being apparent with it.
I like a question I had about that fight scene where the guy comes out of another great bit where the guy comes out of the painting in the wall because he's been hiding within that like mural that's on Indy's bedroom wall.
Yeah.
When they're fighting, do they go through the wall into Short Round's room? Does Short Round have a separate room?
No, I'm sure. No, I think they're just in the same room.
Okay, well then here's my question about it.
Why was he trying to pull Willie into his room?
Yeah. Why was he waiting for Willie to come in if Short Round's in the corner?
No, because the Short Round is in the same room because there's a point where Indy's pacing in the room and you see Short Round just sleeping on the couch.
Right. Well then that's bad, isn't it, Indiana? You fucking grub of a bloke. Unbelievable.
I would like to think it's more of a situation where she goes to him and then they just go back to her. Like, it's more of a thing where it's like, well, I want you to come to me. And then they just end up go. I would like to think that.
Yeah, but I don't think that was what was happening. Knowing
also
that guy. Knowing that version of that guy that's in this movie. Probably not. He's probably going to shag in front of the kid.
Well, the kid was. I'm not defending this, by the way.
Seeing what else he's taught him from, again, like I mentioned, that harrowing shot later in the movie. This harrowing evidence of the cycle of violence continuing.
Hey, you know what?
Oh my god.
We all did Bat an Eyelid where we got Bruce Wayne teaching Dick Grayson how to punch a fool.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's the difference here then?
Yeah, no, nothing to be fair.
Why can't Mr. Round bat a fucking bloke?
This is exactly the kind of dynamic, by the way, that I want with Bruce and Damien in Brave and the Bold. This is the exact dynamic that I want. Please.
Yeah, no, I
just a kid being fucked up by this absolute lunatic. He's getting fucked up, man. His brain's getting fucked up from idolizing this absolute maniac. Just this terrible, terrible bloke.
He's not fucked up. He's enjoying himself.
Well, yeah, he's enjoying himself, but what I'm saying is he shouldn't be. He should be calling Indy on his shit.
Hey, well, I don't know.
You know? Jesus.
That, man.
I'm just saying. But yeah, I think that their dynamic's good and whatever.
Love it.
Well, whatever else I was going to say.
Love it. One point that I do have to say is like, again, I'll comment on this. I do think, since we've kind of watched these kind of like back to back in a way, how the fact that I loved the action shit in Raiders, and the amount of it that there was in Raiders, really did make me notice in the fact of like, God, yeah, that's what was missing in Temple was the amount, because it did lean a lot more like we need to do some comedy bits as opposed to like. We need to be doing... And I'm not saying there isn't any action stuff. The opening... Things, again, we'll get the opening.
Oh, my God. It's so good.
But opens, I'm like, God, yeah, fuck yeah, this is great. If there's just loads of this is great. And then we don't really get any action for a good chunk of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's stuff where it's like... I mean, in my head, it's not until, like, the third act, from my memory. We get the rafter falling, which is an action set piece, which is fun and silly, you know.
The what fall? Oh, the raft falling from
the raft, which is fun, silly, good time, whatever.
Good times. Yeah.
That's not a complaint that I have. I know some people go like, "So we complaining about the fridge, but we're not complaining about."
Chill out.
There's a difference. There's a difference. So I'm fine with that. But it's like we don't get like, I don't know. It's like we don't. Part of the fun that I have is seeing like just like real ass Harrison Ford doing real ass shit, or like swinging from a thing, or whatever. I don't know. We don't get a lot of that in this. There's a lot of like.
Well, I disagree with that.
Remind me. I might just be forgetting.
So you go opening sequence.
Yeah.
Into plane crash.
Yeah.
Then they go and meet the people in the village, and they get the stones explained to them or whatever.
The Dragon Balls, yeah.
Yeah, then they get the Dragon Balls explained to them, the fucking Triforce, and they go to they're on the elephants and whatever. They go to the palace. Yeah. You have that fun little sequence of all the horrible foods and such.
Monkey brains
and that.
Yeah.
Then you have your sex bit.
Yeah.
And then you have that fight with that dude in there.
Really good.
Where that guy gets hung off the fucking fan.
Yeah, really good.
Then they go and walk through all them bugs.
Yeah.
Then you're in the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
And you're watching that horrible fucking thing happen.
Yeah.
The sacrifice. Indy goes down to steal it. Then you get the whipping and stuff, and then that fight happens.
Yeah.
And then you have that big extended action sequence of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's like the third act.
Yeah, but you've got the only portion of time where you're missing between action scenes are getting the Dragon Balls explained to you, elephants and monkey brains, and that's pretty much it. And walking through the bugs, it's all pretty exciting and fun.
But all that's a lot longer than you're giving credit for in that regard.
I don't think it is though. It doesn't feel that long.
I think it's more so because we get like the action bit at the beginning, and then I'm not sure if I would. Again, it's an action scene in the sense of action is happening, and action is happening of a thing falling, whatever. But I'm like, I don't know, it's not really like a chase or anything, or like there's no adversary to have at that point. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, fine, whatever.
No, they could have died, mate.
But then the one, but I know they're not going to die in the first act, Robbie.
They could have died, mate. Someone could have died.
And then, hopefully Willie would have drowned. That would have been
fun.
Oh,
come on.
Get rid of her. Falls over a waterfall.
Mate.
They start plummeting down the waterfall, and we see Willie just start flying out headfirst into a stone. That would have been a lot.
Oh my God.
Short round, be like, oh, well, that sucks. Let's get going, Indy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't like Willie is what's wrong with me.
Jesus Christ.
Or maybe what's right with me. I went through a thing, last night. Might have been last night. I don't know how we got in the conversation, the chat with me, Lewis, and Gary. We were just saying about, I can't remember, I think we were on about just like, the Harry Potter reboot got brought up or some.
Oh, God, yeah.
For some reason.
Fucking hell.
And then I can't remember. But then it was just a thing where it's like, I can't remember. I just put like, I would have loved if just every film had just Dobby getting fucking railed, like just fucking beat the shit out of it every fucking film. And then Robbie was hang
on a second.
No, you're Robbie. Then Lewis was like, what was getting stabbed not enough? Went, no, I want that like fucking elf to be slammed in each and every single film.
What the fuck is your problem with Dobby?
The weird thing is, I don't have a problem with the little fella, but I just
fucking love Dobby.
But also, I'm laughing my ass off when he gets kicked down the stairs and he's like, Rah!
Leave him alone.
By order of Phoenix, I want his bones to be dust.
He's only in 2 of the movies.
But that's what I mean. I want him in every film just to get slammed through a magic table.
Oh my God. Well,
I want Draco Malfoy to grab him by his little neck and then just throw him through a window.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I love Dobby. I went dressed as Dobby to school.
Gosh, you did.
For World Book Day. Have I told you about this?
No.
Oh, we had World Book Day at school, and you had to dress as your favourite book character.
Yeah, I know World Book Day. I know.
Yeah, I went as Dobby. Yeah, and you'd think like how. So I'll ask you this question: how would you do a Dobby costume?
I don't know. Get like a little sack, put like as my clothes. Get a little ball cap maybe. For the head. Get like a witch's nose. For the thing, I don't know, just find some like ears, like just fake ears, and then off I go.
Okay, well, I got I got a headband that had like little elf ears on.
Yeah, okay.
I had, like you say, little witch's nose.
Yeah.
And then my mum cut a head hole and 2 armholes in a pillowcase, and I wore that with just underwear underneath.
How old were you?
And went to school.
How old were you?
Probably like 8.
And a pillowcase fit you? This is where you go, no, it didn't.
Not really.
It revealed me midriff.
It wasn't great. Wasn't a great look, to be honest.
Why did you put shorts on, you psychopath? Why did you legit just... You fucking weirdo.
Because I was a stupid fucking kid. Like, I come downstairs and one of my parents should go, hey man, put some shorts on.
They should have done that.
But they didn't, did they? They dropped me off. In my fucking underwear and a pillowcase. With a witch's nose.
Did you even have a ball cap?
Nah. It's my hair. It's my hair sticking out.
So you just looked like a poverty child.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah.
And
then I went to World Book Day.
Did you?
You know what I'm saying?
Did you have shoes on, or were you just barefoot in it?
Yeah, I had my school shoes on.
Oh, okay, so you were.
So like my sand shoes.
You didn't have your grippers out.
No. Sadly not. It would have been much cooler if I did. Cooler in that awful kind of way. Yeah, that's just a small insight into the childhood of one horribly deprived Robert Tweedale.
But my point being, like, it would have been really funny to see just Dobby constantly getting just fucking like.
That's ridiculous,
beating
man.
the shit. Which is why I think it also would have been funny to just see Willie go flying out of that raft, just fucking nose first into a fucking pavement.
I don't get your problem, man.
And then
I don't get your problem with Willie.
And then they land and then they go, oh shit, we're all right, Willie, and then they just floating by and they just see like a bent, fully like just like back,
in half, corpse.
Yeah, just in half, and then they're like looking at him silently for a bit.
Yeah.
And then like Indy goes, well shit, and then like short round is like, well, I think if we go that way, we'll be fine. And then and then they're off, and then we're
unbelievable.
Off, and then we're going. It's like
you're absolutely
land
heartless.
sees him silent for a bit. We just hear like birds chirping, or like fucking water, and then like Indy goes like, "Good thing I got the antidote," and then like that's meant to be his like funny bit or whatever, and then he's like,
"No, bad, bad,"
and then we move on.
You strange boy.
And then we move the fuck on.
There's nothing wrong with Willie, man. Embrace the Willie, Oscar.
No, you can't make me.
Embrace
no.
the Willie.
Hey, all I'm saying is if I say no for a cup of tea, you don't force me a cup of tea. You don't give me a cup of tea when I'm sleeping. You know?
I'd like to get you a T-shirt with Willie's face on that says embrace
I hate
the Willie.
Willie.
No, embrace the Willie is what I want to put on that.
Speaking of T-shirts,
oh yeah.
I want to where you are on Facebook. It's been a while. Oh, there you are. I want to give that. I want to print that graphic on a shirt.
What? Butterfingers.
Butterfingers.
Let's have a look at this. What's going on here? What the fuck is this? What is wrong? What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Who is that? What is this?
What? You know Creed?
Not to see them.
Ah.
The fuck is this? Oh my god.
Do you know the "Can You Take Me Higher"?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like in Scott Stapp's face on Ken.
Wow.
We get that. But so you get me the Willie shirt. I get you that shirt.
That sounds perfect. Did you enjoy that photo of that dog that I sent in the group chat today?
Yeah, what the fuck did I look at?
It was just a funny photo that I found. I just felt like I hadn't said anything in the group chat in a while. So I thought
send that.
I thought it felt like I'd been MIA for a few days, so I was like, I should probably just send this picture of this weird dog.
But yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Right, I don't like Willie. I wanted more short round Indy. That's the character points. Yeah, again, do you know what? If I found, I don't know, there are iconic moments in this. Like once we got to the bridge scene, I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is class. When he's like running with his ripped shirt with a machete.
Yeah,
it's not a machete, but it's like one of those like big ass swords.
Big sword.
Yeah, big sword and whatnot. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like this is the thing. Obviously, the Kale Ma is
all good stuff. Did you like the callback to the sword bit in the first movie?
Oh, I loved it. Brilliant.
It's so good.
There's two of them, and he goes for a gun, and he's like, oh, shit.
And it's not there, and he's like, fuck.
Great. Love that.
So
bit.
good.
Which is also kind of funnier in the sense, like, this happened before then.
Yeah,
So did, like, technically you go, like, well, now I can try this. Now luckily there's only one of them this time.
Well, this is the thing. His face in Raiders looks like he's, like, over it. Yeah, so my idea is that he's this is his go-to move.
Yeah.
his go-to move is to goad people into flashing a sword, and then he shoots them. And this time he was like, and then by 5 years time by Rhys, he's like, I'm fucking sick of doing this move.
Yeah. I even like to think like even in Temple, that's not his first time doing it.
He's been doing this for years.
He's like, you don't know what's gonna come now. Oh shit. And then by Ray, he's like, oh fuck again.
Yeah, done. Out of the way.
No, great
callback.
If we want about action, I love like the action bit of when he cuts the bridge and they go flying down and then they're hanging and you see people just fucking Titanic their way down off the fucking smacking off the.
The guy the last guy to fall, obviously the Kalimar guy, main villain. When he falls. Guy hits every wall, doesn't he? Every possible rock he could hit. He's like, poof, 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 poof.
There's that one bit where he's like
eaten by crocodiles.
Where he's like climbing up the thing and he just lobs one of his men down.
Yeah.
Like,
lobs him at Indy.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember exactly how it ended, but it's like, because he went and like pull Indy's heart out. I was like, oh shit.
Yes.
And then he grabbed his hand. I couldn't remember how the scene ended. I thought he was going to like make himself pull his own heart out. Like I thought he was going to grab his hand and then just.
That'd be sick.
He just like does that, but no, he like fucking like Kalimar seppuku or whatever it would be at that point. But no, it was also equally. It was equally Indiana Jones in the sense like I'm going to make you punch yourself. And it was like.
Well, then he also tricks him, kind of. Because he starts doing incantations or whatever to turn the stones on.
That's right. Yeah.
To turn the Dragon Balls on.
Yeah.
And he goes to grab. He goes to catch one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes to catch the baddie. Goes to catch one of them, and it burns his hand because of all the power and whatever, and it makes him fall off the thing. And we lose 2 of the stones.
Oh well.
But the last one remains for that village that use it for something.
I don't know.
I don't fucking guess. I don't know.
I'm not here for that.
I think action-wise, I really enjoy the fight when Willie's hanging over the fucking fire pit. I think that's a good fight.
Yeah,
I like Short Round's little spin kick that he does. It's pretty good.
Yes.
Everything in the mine place is great.
Like them jumping.
The whole fight is so good.
There's the one bit
like
where is it like one cart just hits a thing and just fucking flips or whatever.
That as well. Yeah, sorry, the minecart sequence is great. I meant as in the bit where Indy's fighting the big guy.
Oh right, yeah.
And he's he's swinging between the tracks and he's fucking beating people up. And short Round's fighting that kid over the voodoo doll or whatever.
Yeah, he is.
It's great. It's great stuff, man. It's so good.
Yeah,
I also like I say, I enjoyed the minecart sequence, but it feels very much like it was made to be a ride at Universal.
Oh, well, duh. You're not dumb.
Yeah, it's like, But it's funny that you're saying Mission Impossible because it really reminded me just how it was filmed. It really reminded me of the train from the first Mission Impossible movie. You know, the train with the helicopters chasing the train. It just really reminded me of that for some reason. It like kind of looks like it with
like a tunnel base, like
But that stuff's good. All the action's great in this. I enjoy it all a lot. Yeah. It's all very well done and well choreographed.
It's all fun times. Again,
it's all good fun, man.
Cinematography and score. Again, they're not really that different from the first one. So they're just, like it gets to the point where like my slight argument when I remember like when the Force Awakens score got nominated for best score at the Oscars, and people are like, but it's just Star Wars music. I'm like, yeah, but do we forget that that's great?
Yeah, like Indiana Jones music is excellent.
Yeah, but it's
so good.
Yeah, it's not anything we haven't heard before.
Yeah,
obviously there's new themes and stuff, but also it's still fucking good. You know what I mean?
It's fucking great.
Good.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you complaining about? Oh, it's more of the thing I like. What do you mean?
Yeah. What are you doing? Come on.
Again, sets, good shit.
Oh, the sets are huge. Like that huge one that he fights the big guy in.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I like the villain a lot more in this one than I did Raiders. He's got a bit more campy cheese to him.
Yeah, but I disagree. I don't like him as much as like Belloc.
I forget Belloc, man. Belloc's just a dude.
No, he's great. He's such a slimy little prick. I just want to punch him in the head. I mean, at least he's got like characteristics. This guy's just like, He's just
Does
Calimar and whatever.
Does he?
Yeah, Belloc does. He's a fucking knob. He's just a dick.
Yeah, but no one's a nice. If you're a villain, you're not a sound bloke, are you? In these films, you're not like.
Well, not in these films, no. But
That's what I mean. Hey,
I don't know.
I'm not saying that you can't have three-dimensional villains. You definitely can.
Yeah.
But in these films, you're never going to get that. You know
But
what I
like
mean?
Belloc's like he's a rival archaeologist, and he's always trying to get one up on Indiana Jones and whatever. And he's just like a snooty little knobhead.
Yeah, I'm not.
Whereas this guy's just like a
I'm not going to repeat myself from last week, but like again, my thing will last. Why I wasn't too hot on Raiders loads was because not too hot's not the right word. Not as hot as many other people. Is because it's like, oh, well, I don't give a fuck about the villain. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, why do I? Yeah, I get it. Nazis. I get it. What else?
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah.
Whereas where's this guy? He's cheesing it up. He's chewing the scenery a bit. There's a bit more of a thing where he's like, oh, I'm a mwahaha guy. I'm like, all right, there's a bit more of like a fun like Saturday morning cartoon bad guy energy to him. Whereas like in the first one, he's like, oh, it's just a business suit, man.
Yeah. I get you.
Whatever. So neither of them are like. I'm not saying either of them are like, oh, these are some of the best villains of all time. None of them are. Both of the Belloc and the other guy isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not. But if I would like have who's like a more of an interesting foe for Indiana Jones to foil? For me, it's the guy pulling people's hearts out.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I disagree with that. I think. Do you want me to do a little roundup of all the Star Wars references in this?
Sure, get this out.
Because there's a few for some reason. Obviously the club at the beginning. It's Club Obi-Wan. I don't know if you saw that. It's called the Obi-Wan Club. Also when the plane, when Indy realizes that they've got no fuel, and he looks to the engine as it sputters out. Makes the Millennium Falcon noise when it won't start in Empire. Also, when Willie's getting lowered down into the fiery pit or whatever, the sound when the doors open to reveal the fiery pit, it's a fucking lightsaber turning on. It's just the same noise. It's just the same sound. And there's a few, and there's I think as well there was another time when obviously the Wilhelm scream in there. But there's also another time with the Millennium Falcon noise happening again. Yeah. Just adding more credence to the theory that this is all a Han Solo carbonite dream. Damn it. No. So it's the hallucinations that he's having whilst he's frozen in carbonite between Empire and Return of the Jedi. And that's canon.
Whatever you say.
That's real. That's a real thing. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the opening?
Oh yeah, man. Let's because I've run out of things to say. Are you running out of things to say?
I'm running out of things to say.
We'll wrap it up with talk about the opening.
Because the film isn't the film's again. I said all I need to say about Willie.
Yeah. Why have you sent me a reel right now? We're in the middle of a goddamn podcast and you're sending me Instagram reels.
Because I sent Rhys this and then I.
Oh, you've right. Okay, so. Viewers and listeners who won't realize what this is, Oscar has taken the time during our recording when we're supposed to be having an intellectual discussion about a movie that I love.
You were going through your fucking Star Wars references. I thought I'll leave you to it.
He sent me on Instagram as an Instagram reel. He sent me Shrekker's Love, Shrekker's Life in its entirety.
Because I saw it. It's not in its entirety. It ends at like a certain point. But like
if it ends, sorry. All right, okay. I'm fast forwarding it to the end of it. If this ends with Shrek jacking it, then
doesn't.
Oh yeah, it's not. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's also got a different voiceover.
Does it?
Yeah, the original voiceover is American.
Oh, I thought it was that. I remember hearing that.
Someone fucking redubbed Shrekker's Love, Shrekker's Life. What's going on here?
My point being with that, I just saw while I was like scrolling, and I just said it to Rhys, being like, "Oh, what a throwback!" And Rhys has only just replied to me. He goes, "No, I fucking successfully wiped that from my mind until you sent me that." And I was like, "All right, well,
dumb bitch."
And I thought, well, I'll send you it then. But yeah,
fuck.
But yeah. Say everything I need to say about Willie. Say everything I need to say about Short Round, Mr. Round, Shorty, Mr. Round. Action. Yeah, so that's all about the opening.
Yeah, it's great. I love the musical sequence at the beginning.
Very, very. I think it's Broadway Melody. I believe that's the film Spielberg has outright taken from.
Anything Goes. It's so good. I love it. It's
great. Yeah.
Anything Goes. Like that.
Yeah, I love like the old school Hollywood opening with it all. Great.
Oh my God,
I love like that Harrison Ford just walks in like fucking Bond from Dr. No. Like he's
just in the same suit.
He's in exactly.
But also what is good about that as well is that the camera pulls back from the musical sequence at the beginning, and all the girls running past, and then they run up the stairs, and as they run up the stairs, we stop as Indiana Jones comes in, and we fucking... It's all one fucking beautiful long camera movement. It's so... And it's very... It reminded me very much of... the first time we see Rick in Casablanca?
Oh yeah.
When he sits down and there's that kind of reveal of who it is, because you don't see him. Obviously, you're watching it and you're like, I know it's Indiana Jones because I'm watching the second Indiana Jones. But like,
you're not going, whoa.
But it's the same. It's the thing that pisses me off. And I'm sure I've mentioned this exact example like 3 times because it lives in my head constantly. But just because it's the prequel, doesn't mean that Spielberg cheaps out on doing the big character introduction.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, for a perfect example that I always bring up, Nick Fury in fucking Far From Home. It's a big, important character, and you're going for like they were going for an Indiana Jonesy vibe in the middle of like a desert or whatever, and there's this like small town in the middle of a desert. And the way they introduced Sam Jackson to the movie, big movie star Sam Jackson, Nick Fury, who's been in these movies for 15 years, he just steps out of a Land Rover in a big wide. Great direction, Mr. Watts. My God, I'm so gutted you're not doing Fantastic Four. Fucking hell. Not that we've got a good replacement, but you know.
No, that film's not gonna be good.
No, it's not gonna be good, and I'm kind of reserving myself to that now. Yeah,
gonna put money on it.
Holy shit.
But yeah,
pains me to say it, but it's not gonna be good.
No. But no, yeah. I like me some Bonds, and I don't know what it is. The Bond films, when done right, they usually nail the end. They nail the character introduction so fucking well.
Yeah.
This is kind of just. It is just Spielberg doing a Bond opening. Like
it's so good.
Like a little Bond intro. So I'm like, I'm not going to complain about it. It's like him being all smart with a suit, sits down, and then he starts making a deal with some Japanese bad blokes. Chinese bad blokes. Sorry, I want to say that.
It escalates so well and so cool, naturally.
It's a cool little like exciting like exchange where it's like, it's like, oh, we've got a gun, and then he's like, well, I've got your fucking broad with a fork, so do this or what. It's fun.
Yeah, he's like the thing first, and he's like the diamonds first or whatever. Oh, I'm gonna stab this girl.
Yeah, and then like he's got his mate who's disguised as a way, and he's holding a gun under the fucking plate.
Yeah.
Like, great. Then he gets shot, but it's so good because there's a gunfire, and then you just see the broken glass. He picks up the glass, and then you see like a blood stain just like pull. I was like, that's just wow. What? Filmmaking. What a good.
It's so good. That he gets shot, and as well the fucking thing of like. He thinks he's done the deal or whatever, and he takes a drink of his drink, and then they all start laughing. You idiot, Indy.
You idiot.
Yeah,
naive, young, naive Indy.
Dumb. You young. But again, great way to show in the opening sequence that this is a different Indiana Jones that's not he's not been on all these adventures yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's so good as a character introduction. And just as like why don't we just do a fun, intense set piece for an opening? It's great.
And then like the big fight. The big punchies and stuff. It's like, it's good stuff. It's like
I love the bit where he throws that kebab through that dude.
That's the thing that I went, holy shit! It's like he throws it, he's on fire. It's like, oh, this is amazing.
It's so cool.
Just in my head, I'm like, if the whole film's like this, I'm gonna be having a whale of a time. I'm not saying I would have wanted just constant like that, but you know what I mean? Like that's like such a good like tone setter. Like on a film, to be like, what a class ass flick. If a Bruce Lee film opened like that. Imagine.
And I love the escape from that bit where they're behind the big gong going along and they're running and the guy's like fucking machine gunning it. It's such a great shot of that dude like screaming and just fucking firing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And they jump out of the car and land with short rounds. We're introduced to him.
Just the most adorable little man.
Just a lovely little man. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones, etc. Block strapped to his feet so that he can reach the pedals of the car. It's great. I love it. And I like how unabashedly there's some of the shots of the car going around the corner that are just speed ramped. And just really obviously speed ramped, but like to the point where you know that's intentional, and it's just kind of like you're getting involved in the fun kind of
there's a few
goofy vibe that's got going on.
There's a few like things like again like at the end of where like people are falling off, but you can just see it's just people like kind of keyed out and they're just shrinking them. It's like they're just scaling them down to like make it. It's like this is fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
or like
it's good times.
Like the review projecting thing of when they're on like the rafts. Like
I love it.
You know what? It's, you know what? Good shit. Good shit. That love movie making.
It's great stuff. Yeah, God, I love movies. Yeah. That's what these Indiana Jones films do for me.
Fair.
In fact, like this feels like a nice point to wrap up on because it's like cute. I'm like, God, it just when I'm watching these, I'm like, God, I just fucking love movies. This is why I love movies. Things like this. You can keep your fucking Oscar-winning dramas and your fucking saying things about the world and all this. I don't care. Show me Harrison Ford throwing a skewer through a man. And it being a prosthetic man and his arms being too long for his body. And he's going, you know, that's what I want.
What about the bit in the car where they're hanging like they're handing the like short rounds like in between them, and there's a weird shot where his arms look a bit too long or some shit. It's like, is that just a man? Is that just a man?
No, I think it's him. I think it's Ki Hu Kwan. But I think it's just that the way that the guy's grabbing his arms, because he's grabbing like his forearm.
Right.
So I think the guy that's grabbing his arm is covering his hand. So it just looks like one really long arm. But it does look really fucking weird.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. It almost just looks like they stretched Ki Kwan.
Yeah, it's like he's a fucking Stretch Armstrong doll. It's great. He looks like that dude from RoboCop that falls out the window.
I wouldn't know. Oh no, I do know. No, I do know that scene. I haven't seen RoboCop, but I do know that shot. Yeah, I've told you this last week. I'm sure.
I've got some more DVDs by the way to put in the list.
All right.
I have another box at home.
Okay.
I don't know if I have RoboCop on DVD, but
I put it in the list anyway.
Is it in the list?
Yeah,
okay,
I've got
good.
it in the list anyway.
Okay, good.
But I have seen that shot of like the man like
Yeah, it's like it's like a fucking
what we're looking at.
It's like 4 foot long arms, like it's great. I love it.
Yeah. So, good time. You know what? This I would be interested in marathoning the trilogy, like actually back to back of them, because I feel like this would be a nice little midway through type. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. It's just a good, fun, nice little low stakes, small scale romp.
Like again, I don't feel like
it's not world trotting. We're not going all over the fucking world and globe trotting and whatever. It's just this one small village that they land in, needs help. And they do a small-scale little adventure in this one village.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Good little time. So,
hell yeah.
So, wrapping up the film thoughts, and rating of the film, Robbie. What's your overall thoughts on the rating?
I'm gonna give this one 4.
Cool.
4 stars.
Again, nice little time. I like this a little bit less than Raiders. But I'm still sticking with like a 3.5 for me.
Nice, lovely stuff.
So it's it's to me that's like I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a good little time. So there you go. So Temple of Doom. And that's
there we have it.
All right. So let's mosey on. Let's mosey on within the intermission bits.
Oh yeah.
Of it all. I've got a few bits and pieces. Do you have anything?
I watched the Rebel Moon trailer just before we started recording.
What's the Rebel Moon trailer?
It's the trailer for the film Rebel Moon.
Yeah, what's Rebel Moon?
It's Zack Snyder's new thing.
Oh, is he going? Oh, is this the thing where it was like it's Seven Samurai but in space?
Well, do you remember when he said, because his thing with it was he pitched it to Disney as a Star Wars film, and they said we don't want that, and he said, well, fuck you then. I'll just change bits to make it not Star Wars and do it myself, but for Netflix, and it's going to be like the big sci-fi franchise of Netflix.
Right.
And it's exactly what you would expect. Incredibly generic mythology. Thinks it's more intelligent than it is shit. That just so happens to look nice.
Right, okay. Which was that because he was talking about doing a thing that was just Seven Samurai. So
yeah, this is that.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, man. He's the most praise we ever gave him was when we did the unreleased Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut. Yeah,
where we had a good enough time. We're like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? It's fine for what you did. We liked watching Batman punch people. We liked seeing the Cyborg story. I do remember that. I remember being like, why out of all the things to cut, why do you cut all
this? Yeah.
the only emotional point in this fucking film?
Yeah.
I don't know. Zack Snyder, man.
I'm not a fan. I've never really been a fan.
Have you liked any film by him?
I like Watchmen, but only because it's just the comic, word for word.
Oh,
so it'd be pretty tricky to fuck up.
I think we've got a long time no see.
Oh my god, is it who I think it is? Please be Martin Scorsese. I want to call him a bitch.
Hello?
Hey, Oscar.
Yeah!
Marty, it's been a long time no see. Obviously, we've seen you. Obviously, the last time we heard from you, you were running away from Leonardo DiCaprio. What happened?
About that, Oscar. 1 second. Shut, Leo.
What? Marty?
So, basically, I did the old switcheroo, and he's now in my basement.
You got Leonardo. You got Leonardo DiCaprio in your basement.
Yeah, Oscar. Look, I don't have much time to talk. I gotta dump a body. But look, I got 2 words for you. Actually, it's more than 2 words, but I can't count.
Okay.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
What about it?
Watch it.
Emphasis on the killers.
Goodbye, Oscar.
Wait, Marty, hang on.
I love you.
Okay.
Mine?
He just hung up.
That was a very worrying phone call.
That was Jesus Christ. We've had loads of him on the news. You know, he's talked about the fact that he's going to be like Jesus. He's going to do a Jesus film again. All that. I was trying to get all this.
Yeah,
but he's just.
My God.
I heard.
This is harrowing.
I heard slight screams in the back. I don't know if you heard that, Robbie.
Yeah, no, I did hear that.
Yeah,
so I'm slightly worried.
So let's check up on Leo. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently, Martin Scorsese's got Leonardo DiCaprio in his basement.
Oh my God. I hope he's okay, man.
But also, Leo was chasing him.
Yeah, so he's done a real fucking turn on that.
Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's. He must have got his boys on him. Wow. I certainly hope Tyler never crosses paths with that guy.
Oh God! Imagine Martin Scorsese's in like the Tyler Tale, the big Tyler Tale finale.
Oh my God, that would be a hell of a crossover. Holy shit, that would bring like everything together. Be like the multiverse of the intermission coming together. Shmoom, everything links, baby. Yeah.
But yeah, what did you? Let's go on to like the other films. What have you got? What other films have you got to add?
I've not gone with me.
Oh, I thought okay.
Christ. No, it's back in Cottingham. I just saw it on my desk and was like, oh shit, yeah, there's another box of DVDs that I didn't bring to Leeds. Yeah.
Okay. But I'll read out, obviously, because when obviously we wrapped and when we stopped recording last week, we got more recommendations, and obviously if you and if you followed the Instagram page, you would have seen them. But also, let me.
Shabba.
I want to read. I'll read them out. I'll see what else we got, and I'll read who said them as well, because
man.
Obviously,
I'm very interested.
Obviously, the recommendations we got Tyler saying about Hot Fuzz with 2 kisses at the end.
Yeah. Which I agree with.
To which I reply saying, already on the list, love. Kiss, kiss. We got Joe putting in Detective Pikachu, which I just put like a sign face to as well. Just like a...
I watched Detective Pikachu. I liked that movie, I remember. From memory, I enjoyed it.
It's the same... I sigh, though, for the same reason with another film. And we'll get that in 3 other bits in a bit. The next bit we had Hannah Richardson suggest Ema the musical, to which I just said, I put up, you had my curiosity, but now you have my intention, because I don't know what the fuck that film is. But
yeah, no idea.
It's on the list either way. Obviously Gary put Love Bethany, and then I just slapped a photo of like Lewis in black and white saying "Dear Lucas and Wesley."
Oh yeah.
And then I got Rhys suggesting Treasure Planet, which is the same reason why I have a reaction to Detective Pikachu, because it's that with Joe, quite frankly. But also I just put the picture of Rhys looking just dead to the world with Sound of Silence playing over it. Yeah. And then the rest that we didn't get to. We stopped recording after this bit. So Lewis, not being serious at all, decided to put Gary's Big Day Out as a recommendation.
Oh yeah.
You know, that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
it's not real.
So what do you want me to talk about? Gary's Big Day Out?
No.
What is that?
No idea.
Your sister commented saying Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, in brackets, the only acceptable one.
I saw that you responded with a photo of the Tim Burton one.
No, I didn't. I responded one with Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, God.
Which isn't even out yet. But
yeah, no. Well, we'll be, if we were talking about any of them, she means the original one.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, she doesn't mean the Tim Burton one, but also I won't put it past her.
But also put Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, because that's the name of it.
Wow.
Well, it is. It is. That's how you differentiate them.
Yeah.
Joe put he put Alone with You director's commentary.
No.
Again, I'm not
doing that.
We're not putting any of our films in.
No.
It's not the point. The film's not even out yet. Stay tuned.
Nope.
George Dixon, the absolute crazy fool, put Food Fight.
Fuck.
Are you aware of that film?
Yes, I know what it is. It's the dog that looks like Indiana Jones. I know. It sucks.
That's in the list now, though, so there's a chance that I could just throw up there.
Oh, God.
Someone put in the King Kong, original 1930s one. I went, that's a good one.
Yeah. Who put that in?
A guy, I think his name's Callum Murray. He's an actor fellow that follows me.
Oh, good on him.
Yeah. So the original King Kong, like that's a good shout.
It's a good idea.
I've never seen that one either. Never seen the OG one.
I've seen the Peter Jackson one.
I haven't seen that either.
Too long. You can imagine.
And then Rhys became a menace. Became an absolute menace.
Yeah, became. It's never been one of them before. What a twist in a fucking formula.
He decided to show up to be funny. I'll put it that way. God. To be a funny guy. To be a wise guy. He put another recommendation for Hoodwinked.
Oh. Oh, no.
We got Ellie Cutmore putting in the Intermission Podcast.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't know who would put it. But,
it was Ellie, yeah.
That's rude. She was really nice to me this weekend. So
the Intermission was that video that her, Kate, Tyler, and Angus put together.
I love that video.
I need to get hold of that.
I want it.
Yeah.
I want that video. Yeah, we need to get hold of that. It's great.
They just sat me down one night. I think it was after Ellie's birthday. We've been bottomless brunching. We got back to Oakroyd, and we were on the train back, and then Kate went to me, we need to show you something. I went, what the fuck is this gonna be?
Mate, it was like our first fan cam.
It was.
It made me so happy. I could have cried whilst watching it, to be honest.
The YouTube poop does it. It was brilliant, quite frankly.
Yeah, it was fucking fantastic.
We got I assume he's your mate.
Sam.
No, named
Charlie Gittins.
Yeah, he suggested
I
Fish
saw
Tank.
This. Scum. Yeah, scumbag, mate. Fucking hate that guy. I love Charlie. He's great.
Is this a thing against you, is it?
Yeah, it is, because me and Charlie met in sixth form doing A-level film studies together. One of the films we watched was Fish Tank, and I fucking hate that movie. And he knows that I hate it. And he's put that in to be a dick.
It's in the list, that's all I'm saying.
So, fuck you, Charlie, if you're listening to this. You piece of shit.
Hey, I've never seen it, but as I put in this Instagram story, I do love me some Michael Fassbender. So
even when he fucks a 14-year-old, that's what happens in that movie.
Well,
just saying.
Well,
it sucks.
Well, we'll see if it comes up.
Oh God, I hope not.
Again, and then the rest of this was just a lot of Rhys. The next three are just a lot of Rhys.
For fuck's sake.
He put Twilight, so we got the first Twilight in there.
Oh God!
Imagine if that flies up and we have to do an episode.
I hope so. That'd be great. I'd do an episode of Twilight.
I did a thing. I messaged Lewis last night, and just in a conversation, and I can't remember how it came, but fucking Robert Pattinson randomly came up, and then I just sent a little clip of just there's that bit of where Kristen Stewart's like, oh, so what are you listening to? And then she hits like his CD player or whatever. And then I got an edit of where she clicks it on and then Something in the Way starts playing or whatever. And then I just went, if like Twilight was remotely good, it might have legit changed my life at that point. Like, because it's really sad and emo-y. It's vampire romance. I love Robert Pattinson. I love Kristen Stewart. You know what I mean? If that was anything remotely good, I think Paramore did a song for one of the films.
Yes.
I think Bon Iver also did a song for one of the films. Those are both bands I like. You know what I mean? If that franchise was actually good, might have been
a game changer.
Mate, I would have. I could have.
I have a Robert Pattinson related comment.
That might be my Star Wars. Is all I'm saying. If that
Holy shit!
Hey, but yeah.
I have a Robert Pattinson related comment. Me and Julia went rock climbing on Sunday, and there's a girl that works there that like flirts with people all the time. And there was this guy. These two guys came in, and they were paying for their stuff or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, do you know who you like proper remind me of?" One of the guys, and he said, deadly seriously, like no hint of like self-awareness at all, no irony. Just went, "Oh, is it Robert Pattinson?" Because I get that like all the time. I've never wanted to rip out a man's throat so hard in my like. What a piece of shit.
Did he look like Robert Pattinson?
No, he had a mullet. And she was going, oh yeah, like Batman Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I can see that. You know, I'm like, fuck you both suck. You both suck. Get out of here, man. Oh my god. Jesus.
Another race-based thing.
Yeah.
He put and the thing that I put on the Instagram story for Twilight is I got that photo of him when he's just looking miserable with the gimbal on like the test shoot for Midnight with like Johnny Cash Hurt playing. The next thing he put was How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, which I don't even hate. I don't even hate that as an option.
I'd be well into that. I love those movies. They're great.
But I also put the video of him like when he was on the wheelchair, like skidding down the fucking hole.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Which just ends with you. Would you like some chocky, Dad?
I don't. What? Why? Who did I say that to?
I have no idea. Rhys, I think, because he's like in a wheelchair, so we making a joke, being like, it was like we went on our vending. Like we're sick of the edit. We're sick of these four walls in the edit suite. Let's go to get some chocolate. Let's not be healthy and just.
That's so funny.
But also you were wearing an Intermission shirt in that fucking.
I saw that. That's great.
Rhys then would go on to recommend The Amazing Bulk.
Yeah. Is that in the list now?
It is, yeah. Fuck.
Jesus.
Where I put the photo of him when we were doing mockumentary of when he's got the camera shoulder rig and not looking at the camera.
Yeah. I love it. It's one of my favourite images of Rhys. It sums up everything you need to know about the man.
I saw it when I was like looking just at like the rushes, and I just went, I love a camera op who doesn't look at the fucking camera. Yeah. it belongs in the same echelon as that Tyler of that screenshot of like Midnight of where Tyler's just looking dead at the camera. I go, nice one, Tyler. Look right at the fucking camera. It's not like you're a film shoot as well.
It belongs in a museum.
It belongs in it. But if anyone can end up watching Midnight buying a band, solid film, we'll say it as well. But it's just that opening of like, it's like a nice like B-roll pan and shove people in a line for a queue at a club. And then just Tyler, you see the back of his head and then he just goes. Like what?
It's like an 80s sitcom like intro.
But it's like why? But it's not like he went. It's like he did a full body turn of just like...
It just turns into it and stays there.
Why'd you do that, you fucking idiot? But yeah, so Rhys recommended The Amazing Bulk, and I also put in that caption, I seriously hate this guy.
Yeah.
He then also
this guy sucks.
He then also put Magnificent 7 2016.
No, not the Chris Pratt one. I remember not minding that.
Right. But either way,
when I saw it in the cinema.
But he put that. But I thought, I'll put the original Magnificent 7 as well. So both of those are in there as well. But then I replied, being like, already did the superior version, just linked to the 7 Samurai episode.
Yeah.
We then got Stuart Hunter recommended a film called Flux Gourmet. I don't know this one. Looks.
I've not. Yeah, no. Looks weird.
Looks really experimental, artsy. So I'm like, all right, that would be an interesting one for Robbie to not like, probably.
Yeah, probably. We'll see though.
And then Rhys then put the prequel trilogy.
Yeah, man.
At that point,
we've got all the Star Wars in.
Yeah, we do anyway. At that point, I was just getting sick of him, so I just put a photo of like CM Punk eating a muffin with 3 Days Grace playing over it.
What do we do if we spin the randomizer?
Yeah,
and we just get like just Return of the Jedi. What do we do then?
My plan would be we always just go to the first one of the series.
Yeah, we just do New Hope.
Yeah. And then, we go through the franchise that way. Is that?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to go, say we go like, we're not going to go, oh, so Robbie, we're going to do Saw 4.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the thing. But then we wouldn't start the prequels.
No. I mean, we could do, because it's technically its own separate thing.
I would say if we got if we got anything in the original trilogy, we just do New Hope.
Yeah.
If we get anything in the prequels, then we do Phantom Menace.
Yeah, exactly that.
We treat them as sets of 3.
Yeah, but also I don't hate the idea of just saving the original Star Wars trilogy for an end of a trilogy season.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
I know. Yeah. But then Rhys then went, do you want serious ones? I went, that would be nice, Rhys. If you could
that'd be great, Rhys.
And then his last 2, he did Percy Jackson 1 and 2.
Right, okay, yeah, these are serious ones. It's good to see him being serious.
And then he put Heat. So.
Oh yeah, well I'd like to do that.
Which is already on the list because I own that anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, here's the thing with Reese baby. The first teaser trailer for the Percy Jackson Disney Plus show came out, and it's been radio silence from him. just saying, he's had absolutely nothing to say. It's literally all he's talked about for about 3 years.
I was going to say, I would have thought we would have saw someone Swiper by now.
Exactly. And the first bit of footage came out, and I saw it on Twitter, and I was going to put it in the chat, and I thought, I won't put it in the chat because Rhys will have it in T-minus 5 seconds. And he's just not said anything.
He's been active. I've been messaging him, so he's
I don't know if he's not seen it, or if he's just that upset that he's not wanting to talk about it.
Just doesn't want to acknowledge it.
So who knows? But there's a shot of Edge.
Oh yeah, he's in this. Yeah.
On a beach, which is so clearly the Volume. Do you remember when the Volume was made to be like alien planets and shit? No. Just film on a fucking beach. Fuck. Use the Volume for things that you can't go to. Fuck, man. Holy shit. It's infuriating.
Yeah. That's the thing. What's worse for me being a Silent Hill fan or Rhys being a Percy Jackson fan? I'd argue the Percy Jackson.
You talk about Silent Hill like once every fucking 6 months or whatever when an announcement might happen and it doesn't.
And I'll leave it.
And then you leave it. Whereas Rhys is constant. What do you think Grover's legs are going to look like? I don't know. Probably like a goat, mate.
I was thinking more so of the point of being like, what's worse from like an individual perspective, my relationship.
Not
from your perspective of like what you sick of hearing about.
I don't care that they made the girl black, Rhys. All right.
Oh, calling Rhys out there.
No, I'm joking. Rhys doesn't care about race bending either. I don't want to try and like. I'm not trying to make him out to be a racist.
We'll say that.
On the podcast, yeah. Well, you can take the gun now. Jesus.
And the last,
he's always just off camera with a gun to my head. It's the implication that one.
Settle down, mate.
Yeah, settle down, mate.
But the last one we got coming was at the 11th hour.
Oh God.
Very close to the story just disappearing. Was Sam Clark.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I saw this one.
What did you think about my post of it? Because he recommended Bend It Like Beckham, Green Street 2, and Diary of the Wimpy Kid 2.
Did he do Green Street 2?
Yes.
What? What film did he put?
He's Green Street 2.
Just Green Street 2.
The three films he put was Bend It Like Beckham, Green Street 2, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules.
Oh God!
But I've only put the first of each. If I'm being perfectly honest.
Have you put them in?
I put them in. They're in there.
Oh, thank God. I want to do an episode on Green Street. That'd be so funny.
Never seen it.
I've just seen a rumor. I know it's the show that shall not be named has just popped up on my Twitter with it. With a rumor corroborated by the Sun. So take this as whatever you want. That apparently Davina McCall is going to be a guest star in the Christmas special. I mean, fucking do it.
Well, yeah, sure. Fuck it at this point.
Do what you fucking want, mate. I'll watch it. do a 45-minute episode of one of my favorite characters getting railed over the TARDIS console, and I'll watch it because I have to. Jesus Christ. It does sometimes feel like there's a little chip in my brain that'll blow up if I don't watch an episode.
Yeah, well.
Shit, maybe there is.
But that's the stuff that we've got.
That's pretty good.
We've got, because I've been putting in ones every now and then as well of when I remember.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, shit. Like get that
Yeah.
The most recent one that I stuck in was, hang on, I need to scroll so far down.
Where is this list? Because I was trying to look at it the other day. But
I've got it privatized on my Letterboxd.
I see what you're saying.
I mean,
that was a thing I did want to bring.
Your mic's gone. Check that you're still recording.
That's so fucking weird. It didn't even come undone. It might just time out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had a thing to call you out on.
Okay.
So whilst looking at your looking for your Letterboxd for the list of intermission films, I came across a few other lists.
Oh yeah.
On your Letterboxd, I'd just like to briefly query them slightly.
Okay.
Just give me a second to find one.
Let me look at my public ones because I need
let's just do a little intervention, shall we? For a second. The Christopher Nolan ranked one. Not too asked about that. I've not seen Insomnia. That one I've got no issues with really, to be honest.
Okay.
That one just below that.
Yeah, okay.
There's a Spider-Man ranked list. So I'll just go through this for the listeners and viewers. So Oscar's number 10 Spider-Man film is the Amazing Spider-Man 1. He thinks is the worst one. He thinks is the worst Spider-Man film.
Yeah, from my memory.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're sticking with that, are we?
Sure.
Good. Okay, yeah. Number 9, he's got Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, dog shit.
Yeah, well, it's not good. I'll give you that. That's fair. Number 8, we've got the worst Spider-Man film, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Fair. Whatever.
Why is it that high? Why is it not last?
That high?
Why is it not? Anyway, we're not getting to my real issues, are we? Here.
Okay, that's not the real issue. Okay, right.
No, it's definitely.
I think I know what's going to be the real issue.
It's definitely not the real fucking issue, Oscar.
Oh, I actually need to change it because I'm looking at it now. Hang on a minute.
Number 7. No, don't change it. No, this is your opinion. Keep it as it is for now.
No,
please.
No, it's a slight change.
No, I don't care.
Oh, no. You know what? I'll leave it for now.
Number 7, he's got Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, not a fan.
Bizarre choice.
Mm.
Number 8, he has the best. Not number 8. Number 6, he has the best Spider-Man film, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, fair.
You're a fucking idiot.
I've seen it once in my life. I need to watch it.
You are a moron. What are you talking about? Above Spider-Man 2, at number 5, he has Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, that was a nostalgic. That's the one I watched loads as a kid, so I like that one a lot.
1 above 2 is a cursed take. It's just wrong.
Hey, no, I like Willem Dafoe a lot in that. I like the goofiness. It's got a bit of, it's got quite a bit of nostalgia to me, that one. But yeah. Above
all of the Raimi films, and Spider-Man Homecoming, at number 4 he has Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, I like that one quite a bit.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I enjoyed that one.
You fucking sadist. At number 3, he has probably where I would put it as well, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, tied as my favourite MCU. Really
fair enough, decent take. Mm-hmm. At number 2, he has half a movie, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, man. I think it's enough. I think it's full enough of a film to be enjoyable as a film.
No, it's not.
Personally for me.
And number 1, he has Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, my favorite Spider-Man film.
What an absolutely cursed list of films.
Although looking back at it now, I would switch across the Spider-Verse with No Way Home. I would switch it too. I would switch No Way Home across the Spider-Verse.
Far From Home, above all of the Raimi films and Homecoming, is an absolutely absurdly horrific take.
I can only go off by what I remember from it. I remember having a good ass time in the cinema.
You are insane.
Oh well.
And this one, I won't go through the whole list because obviously there's a lot of MCU films, but you've got the MCU ranked as well.
All the ones I have seen, obviously.
I see. Infinity War at number 15. That's all I need to say.
Yeah,
that's all I need to say. Sorry, no, actually, it's not all I need to say. Infinity War at number 15. Werewolf by Night at 12.
Yeah.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever at number 8.
Yeah.
Avengers 1 at number 5. Spider-Man Far From Home at number 4.
Yeah.
One absolutely cursed take. You are so...
You also forget, Robbie.
Sorry. No. Sorry. I'll repeat some of those again. Number 4 is Far From Home. Number 8 is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Number 5 is Avengers 1. Number 12 is the short film Werewolf by Night.
It's a feature film enough. It's enough of a feature.
Number 16, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Number 13, Captain America the First Avenger.
Yeah.
Below all of those things, at number 17 is Captain America the Winter Soldier. And I hope that people with a brain realise now that when listening to the podcast, you do not need to take anything that this man says seriously.
Right,
what the fuck are you talking about?
There's a lot that I could pull up with you as well as all I'm saying.
Also, by the way, Edgar Wright ranked and Shaun of the Dead being at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. None of those are bad films, Robbie. Do you know what I mean? Like an Edgar Wright film. Edgar Wright's never made a bad film.
Holy shit!
You're missing the point of the fact within my Edgar Wright ranked.
Yeah.
That Baby Driver number 1.
Yeah.
World's End number 2. The superior of my favorite of the Cornettos. That's not. I don't think that's like a take to be like, what the fuck. But also, Edgar Wright's made 6 films, none of them bad. It just happens to be that Shaun of the Dead is my lesser favorite of 6 really good films.
I think it's more upsetting that your description of it is the right opinion.
That's more of a shout at Lewis because he hates Baby Driver.
Insane. I mean, that's more of an awful take than what you just said.
I mean.
That's horrendous.
Lewis looked at me and goes like, "Yeah, it's just kind of like really like meh. Like there's nothing really to Baby Driver." I'm like, how do you look at that film and go, "There's nothing to that film," while the same mans can walk out of Ant-Man and be like, "Yeah, good that."
Ant-Man's a good time. The first
better
Ant-Man
than Baby Driver. Better than Baby Driver.
Oh well, no, it's not better than Baby Driver. Christ,
that's my point.
Sadist.
That's my point with him. Point with him. Is there anything else you want to bring up?
No, that was it.
You want to call me out?
No, there's nothing else that I have a real opinion on, to be honest.
Do you want to chastise my Rocky opinions?
Oh wait, hang on, I didn't see the Rocky opinions. Give me a goddamn second.
I also got a list of the coolest films,
the coolest films,
which aren't ranked. They're just films. I think that's a fucking cool ass film.
Okay, hang on a second. Jesus Christ, so many things in this where I'm just like, what the fuck are you? I was so angry. I was talking to Julia about it on the phone, and she was like, "I don't care."
You on the phone to her about it?
Well, I was already on the phone with her at the time. You just called her up. This. No, I'd say that's pretty accurate for Rocky, to be honest.
Okay. What about?
I'd probably put 4 above 3, but that's
fair. That's fine.
I haven't seen Creed 3 yet.
Scroll slightly down and look at the Kevin Smith ranked. I want your opinion on that. But
I did see the Kevin Smith ranked one.
All right. Did I? Have I got? Yeah, no, I got Clerks 3 in there. Yeah, that feels right. Again, I haven't watched all of his films.
I would. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, we're not fine about that one.
I'd move Red State. I don't know where I'd put it, but I wouldn't have it that high.
That's fair.
But,
you know what? I'd probably have Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back above that. To be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would go Jay and Bob Strike Back, Mallrats reboot, Red State.
Fair. Yeah.
That would be my second row, but the other two would.
I was gonna say
I'd probably put Tusk above Zack and Miri actually.
I didn't like Tusk really at all. I need to probably give it another rewatch, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I saw you Wes Anderson one as well, but I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, what have I got on there?
It's fine. Rushmore's at the bottom, so I'm fine.
Oh, I haven't updated it with Asteroid City. Hang on, I need to shove that in there. I also need to rewatch Isle of Dogs, as I said before.
Yeah.
And I need to rewatch Darjeeling Limited and Life Aquatic. Where would I put? Yeah, you know what? There you go. I'll put Asteroid City at number 5.
No.
Out of that list, I put it above French Dispatch and. But again, I need to rewatch Life Aquatic. I need to rewatch Life Aquatic. But my 4 being Fox, Budapest, Tenenbaums, Moonrise. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, so that's all you wanted to call me out on, was it?
Yeah, that was it. I just saw it and got upset.
All right.
But yeah, man.
Should I have a little nose at the I'll look at the if there's any Temple of Doom reviews that are
do a little Letterboxd review, man. Maybe fucking bring it home. I imagine it's just a lot of stuff about racism.
Yeah, I would think so. If it is, I'll just pivot the end topic to someone else.
Yeah.
Half a star, age like fine milk. Half a star, it hasn't even finished, but I'm so done with this film. Awful take.
Horrendous take.
Imagine stopping finishing a film but still having an opinion on it.
Yeah, I know. What a fucking idiot. I know that you're making a joke about me with John Wick 4. I know that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I am. Worst movie all time. Worse than The Matrix.
Okay, you've just named 2 good movies.
I mean, it is, and this one is better than The Matrix. So that's
yeah, probably. Yeah.
I'm having more of a fun time with this one than I am with fucking Matrix.
Yeah. Not everything's green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
There's one review that just says complete ass.
You're a complete ass.
You know what? There's nothing fun with this.
Nothing great?
No.
No, fair enough.
Excuse me. But I showed in the movie night that you couldn't attend with me, Rhys, and Anna. We watched The Raid, the first one, as my recommendation, because my thought process with that is it's not hugely long, an hour and 40 odd. So it's on Netflix, so we can all watch it, and it's just a lot of punching. It's not really all in depth plot. You can follow it easy enough. So my thoughts if we're bullshitting,
that's
fine. But Rhys first went, I've got Sicario on my watch list. I went, no,
it's too long. It's good, but it's too long.
I'm not. But I also went and I was I also can't really fuck with that.
No, fair enough.
I find that one a bit boring. But then he went, it's I haven't seen Prisoners. I went, you haven't seen Prisoners, Rhys?
What the fuck?
I feel like that would have been a Rhys-y, a proper Rhys-y type of film, because he likes his Fincher.
Yeah, and there's a real creep in it.
Yeah.
You can relate to him.
You can look at the Paul Dano and be like, what's the issue?
Yeah, what's the problem? Everyone get off this guy's back.
Leave him alone. What's the problem?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But then I was like, we could, but it's also 2.5 hours long, so it's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went with The Raid.
Oh, cool, man.
Because I pulled the thing of how in any situation where you get a group of mates and then just no one's making a decision because everyone's I'm down with whatever you want to do. Whatever wants to do, whatever you want to do. It's I've had too much of that. So I decided, you know what? In any scenario like that, I'll just be the decision maker.
Yeah.
Because if anyone has an actual problem, then we'll discuss it. But if because I can just go, I'm fine with whatever. Then Anna can go, well, I'm fine with whatever. And Rhys goes, it's up to you. I'm like, that's what we doing.
That doesn't help.
So then it's it got to the point where Anna was like, oh, so what are we doing now? I'm like, well, I've got The Raid loaded up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So-
right, watching the raid.
Well, watching the
So,
raid.
yeah, and then they were like, and then ended, and then like I was like, and then there's a sequel, and then that's where Rhys was like, oh well, maybe we could rage next week. I'm like, well, we'll see, but obviously not. But yeah,
Yeah,
but also the raid 2's great. Raid 2, I like it a lot better.
That's fine.
But it's also 2.5 hours long, so it's a much longer
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
You haven't
yeah.
seen either of them, have you, Robbie?
Nah, man, never seen a raid.
I'll be interested because I was watching the film
okay.
again. I'm finding it badass, but I'm like, well, I know your issue with Jonathan Wick though.
Jonathan Wick. Yeah, but I don't know. If it's not, it's only my issue with Jonathan Wick 4.
But it's a lot of people just punching. It's a lot of like video gamey. I'm gonna punch you really loads of times and then stab you and then
That's all right. As
done
long
and
as
dusted.
it feels like there's a bit of danger going on.
Okay, cool. Well, maybe.
But
then.
it feels a bit grim, like a bit messy or whatever. John Wick
Wow,
feels too.
nice.
John Wick, as it's gone along, feels too clean to me.
No, that's fair. I can understand that. They go more for like what's going to look cool, what's looking cool and bad. It's more choreographed. I will admit that.
Yeah.
As much as I'm a John Wick fan, I am. It does just become like, look how slick and clean and cool everything is.
Yeah. And when it's too long of a movie, like the fourth one is way too fucking long. Not just for an action movie, not just for a John Wick movie, but just for a movie. Movies don't need to be that long.
The Batman.
Could have shaved some time.
I'm more than fine with it being 3 hours. I'm buckling in for a nice little crime romp with me bats. If you're on about a great character introduction, that one. Oh,
yeah, that's pretty good.
the intro of Robert Bat when it's like a load of like criminals like seeing the bat signal and then they just look down like a dark like area and like shit, but then they don't come out shit, and then it's like and then like and then at like the train station or whatever, it's like, man, chills, fucking nearly cried, nearly wept,
shit.
and then you see his boots and they're just like wellies.
Yeah.
They're just
Good shit.
They're just wellies and he beats the shit out. It's great. Love the Batman. Anyway, but I think that's about it. For this. This is coming out on a Friday, not a Saturday. Yeah, because I'm gonna be on my way to. I'm gonna be on my way to London this weekend. So I'd rather not another thing to try to do.
How long are you in London for?
I'm coming back on Monday.
Bitch. I'm going on Tuesday.
No,
You son of a bitch.
Damn it.
God damn it.
I'm gonna be all in.
Hell yeah.
Watching the wrestling.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll be
Sweet.
fun.
Yeah, man.
It was Thursday. We're recording next week, innit?
Yeah, if that's all right.
That's fine with me as long as I know it.
Cool.
As long as I know it, I can save the date.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, and obviously next week we're talking. It will be the final episode of this season.
Holy shit!
And not only are we going to be talking about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, but also we're going to have the grand finale of Tyler Tale.
Hell yeah, man!
What an epic journey! It's been so long.
What a beautiful epic journey.
It's like the movie. You know what I mean? It's like the season. So I expect like a big long like. Twists and turns and
lots of twists, lots of turns, lots of action. Oh yeah.
Oh shit! So is it going to be the John Wick 4?
You're gonna love it.
Tyler McCulloch Chapter 4.
No, it's gonna be good.
So it's going to be Tyler McCulloch Chapter 3 Parabellum. It's gonna be the first 45 minutes of Tyler McCulloch Chapter 3 Parabellum. Anyway, very long title. Anyway, Tyler Tale, Chapter 3.
Whatever it is, I can't remember what episode it is of Tyler Tales. I'll figure it out. I've been listening to them all in order, so I know where I'm at story wise.
Is it? It could be Tyler Tale the movie.
Yeah, fuck it, make it the movie.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, we had. You know what? We need. I might call Marty next week. We need answers.
God.
We need answers.
Yeah, we do. We need a lot of answers.
We need answers. I feel like you need to settle some beef.
Yeah, 100%. I need to settle some fucking beef.
I might get Lewis on for it because he hasn't.
So we might get Lewis on.
I might try to get a Lewis not him on, but like
make it a big party up.
Him like fucking like coming back in. To say his bit because we haven't had a Lewis song in so long.
No, I know it's been all season. I feel like I haven't heard from him.
Yeah, I think so as well. He hasn't slandered you in so long. But anyway,
holy shit.
So, guys, thank you all for watching, listening. Links in the description, as always, for everything you need. We'll see you next week for the big grand season 5 finale until we do the Halloween special.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, until next time, everyone, sign us off, Robbie.
Kalima.